Our objective for this video is I can interpret point slope form, and point slope form is just another way to represent our graphs and such. So what we do, so this y is just, remember our other equation, y equals mx plus b, that's the y from that. Y1 is any other y, wow, sorry, I do apologize, any other y value on the graph, but it does need to be linked with our x1. Okay, m is still going to be our slope. X is just our general x, just like it was with y equals mx plus b. And then this x goes with the y as a point on the graph. Okay, and I'm going to kind of just show you where this comes from. If you remember, and this is why we went over literals. Remember when we were solving equations for different variables? If you remember, we have the equation m for slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, right? And if we decide that instead of using our y2 and x2, let's instead write this as m equals y minus y1 over x minus x1. And this is the same thing, we're just not putting that little 2 down there, but really it's just another point on the graph, and it's still just another point on the graph. So if I want to get this into slope form, right, I would multiply both sides by x minus x1. So I'm going to multiply this all by x minus x1 and this by x minus x1, and then that right there cancels, and I get x minus x1 times m equals y minus y1. And then if we want to get it into this, we're just moving, we're not really changing this at all. We're going to use the commutative property and move the m to the front and just look at the different side of the equations first. So this equals y minus y1 is m times x minus x1. Okay, so it's the same thing, we just wrote it in a different order. And that's where that comes from, it's from the slope. Why is this helpful? If we know this, we don't need to know the y-intercept, right? We can use the 2 points in a line to write the equation without needing to know the y-intercept. We can still get the equation of the line. We can actually even still graph this, but if the information we're given doesn't include a y-intercept, we can write it this way, and that's helpful for that. Okay, so that's going to be it for this video. The next video, I'm going to kind of show you how this relates with y equals mx plus b.